Hey, I'm Michelle, and this is a Rise and Reignite fitness class. Today we're doing a stretch and recovery class. The way this is structured is we start with a 15-minute warm-up, so it's kind of an intense but mini workout, and then we move into a long half hour of just stretching and recovering. So we're going to start by just bringing our knees up to hip height. Today is the day before summer starts, so I'm dressed summery, and if you want to put on summery music in your place, or even once we get to the stretching session and you're like, I really just want to channel my inner summertime, go for it. Do you enjoy the change of the seasons, the brightness and light that comes from summer? I love summer, so it's every day is a celebration. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to center. You're going to take both hands out in front of you. You're going to open up one to the side and then bring the other to the side. So the structure of this warm-up is going to be a 3-minute warm-up followed by 3 minutes of arms, 3 minutes of legs, 3 minutes of glutes, and 3 minutes of abs. So you're not long in any of these exercises. You're just pounding through it. Do what you can. All right, you got 3 more. 3 and 2. Last one. Bring those legs a little bit wider apart. Reach down and touch your left toe and then your right. Reaching side to side, getting into those hamstrings and opening up that chest. So the whole point of this exercise is that you feel really good, really relaxed. So if at any time during the workout you're just like, I don't really want to, you know what? Walk in place, take a seat, take a rest. Do what feels good and feels happy for you today. You got 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to stand all the way up, reach your right leg forward, dip down low, pull all the way up. So you're getting a stretch in your calf and the back of your hamstring. As we move into the stretching portion, I know stretches can get intense sometimes. If you ever need to just back up, take some time in child's pose, that's fantastic too. Again, listen to your body and focus on really feeling good and being happy during this exercise. You got 2 more. Last 2. Final one. Awesome. You're going to take a big lunge forward. And when you're down here, you're going to stretch over to the right. Oh, yeah. And then pull up. Other leg. Reach forward and stretch to the left. And move to the other side. So you can go at whatever pace. We're just going to do 3 more. 3 and 2. Last one. Awesome. You're going to go ahead and shake it out. You got about 4 seconds. And then we're going to move into some arm work. So you're going to come right onto the ground. You're going to start with your hands underneath your shoulders. Pull those abs in. You can be on your knees, on your toes, or at a wall. We're going to start with 6 slow push-ups. Here we go. Take it down, 2, up, 2. Chin away from your chest, 2, up. That's 2, down, 2, abs in, up. That's 3, down, 2, up. That's 4. You're almost there. Just got 2 more. That's 5. Last one. Down, 2, up. That's 6. Pull back. Extend those arms out in front of you. Breathe in and out. Reach all the way up. We're going to do 20 on-tempo push-ups here. So that means we're doing them at the same time all together. Here we go. Down, up. That's 1, 2, 3. Keep breathing. 4, 5, 6. You can do this at a wall. 7. On your toes. 9, you're halfway there. You got 10, 9, keep breathing. Pull those abs in. 6, 5, 4, almost there. 3, 2, way to go. Last one, pull all the way back. Extend those arms out forward in front of you. Really good job nailing and plowing through those. Pull all the way up. You're going to sit all the way back onto your glutes. Put those feet in front of you. Hands come back behind your booty. Lift yourself up and then pull yourself back. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. And start propping up, 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 up. Working into those triceps. If this exercise is challenging for you, grab a weight and move it up and down behind your back. We're going to do 20 more counts, lifting one leg up and switching halfway. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Reach those legs out in front of you. Go ahead and swish those arms around. Reach your right arm up and over. Pull over to the side. Peek up into that corner. Brady Bunch style. Switch to the other side. Peeking the other corner. Breathe in and out. You're going to come all the way around. Swivel back onto your push-up position. You're going to come down to the bottom of your range. You're going to do 10 pulses at the bottom. Come down here. You go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold all the way up. Don't drop back. We're going to come down again and do that again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull all the way up. We're going to do that one more time. Come down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. This is your last thing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull all the way up and back. Extend those arms out in front of you. Great job. Pull up. Tuck those toes under. Pull it up into a downward dog. And walk in toward those hands. Roll up so your head's the last thing to come up. We're moving on to legs. Go ahead. Also, sometimes you'll see my housemates here. I'm not alone. Bring your hands into a genie position. Slight bend in your standing leg. Right leg comes out to the side, and you're going to reach up and up and up. So you're slightly bent in order to help take any tension out of your back and provide some extra balance. Breathe in and out as you push up. You got 5, 4, 3, really good. 2, hold up here and pulse. And pulse. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull all the way down. Excellent job. The other side. Reach that leg out. Slightly bend that standing leg. And reach up, up, up. Breathe as you move through this. Again, this workout is to make you feel good, right? Blast through 15 minutes. Don't even think about it. You know, you just boom, boom, boom to the next thing. And then feel really good about getting a sweat in today. But if that's not you, if you'd rather just mark place, that's fine too. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold all the way up and pulse, 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 pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring down. Great. You're going to bring your hands down to either side. You're going to sit back into a squat, and you're just going to touch and lift up, not that hard, far. So you're just like teasing yourself a little bit. You're only coming up a couple inches, not reaching all the way up. Touching either side. We're going to add in a little extra dynamic. Touch, jump, touch, touch, jump, touch, touch, jump. Good. Now, you're doing great. Touch and up. We got 4 more. 4 and 3. Touch up. 2. You're going to sit down at the bottom after this last one and sit low. Bring your hands out in front of you and pulse, pulse, pulse. Sit a little lower. I know it burns in those quads and those hamstrings. You're feeling it. We're going to hold it for 10. Here we go. Hold it just straight. No pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Come all the way up. We're moving right on to glutes. Bring those legs to a nice wide stance here. Toes come out to the side. So they're a little wider than hip distance apart, your legs. And a sit down and pull up. So you're sitting all the way back like you're sitting in a chair. It's really far away. Keeping your knees behind your toes the whole time. Sitting down, pulling up. The lower you sit, the more of a workout it is. So we're just starting here, changing the direction of this exercise, these squats. Anytime you do a different variation on a squat, you're working out a different area of this general vicinity. So this one's really working on targeting those glutes. We're gonna do 3 more. 3, 2, last one, hold at the bottom and pulse, pulse. So stick that booty way out. Breathe in and out. Hold here in this pulsing. And then on my count, we're just gonna hold statically. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold statically for 10, 9, get lower, 8, 7, sit real low, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, we're gonna come all the way down to the ground. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Left leg comes back behind you, and we're gonna start with wide rainbows. All the way around, touchdown and touchdown. If I knew football, that could have been a sports reference, but I don't know football well enough for it to be relevant. Keep passing side to side. And we got 3 and 2. Last 1. Awesome. You're going to switch over to the other side. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Reach that right leg back down and swing big. Breathe in and out. Make these rainbows large and in charge, right? The bigger the motion, the more of a workout. If that's not where your body is at today, tap, and you can tap low, moving side to side. It doesn't need to be a big movement. It's a workout for you wherever it's challenging you. All right, you got 5, 4, you're almost there, 3, and 2. Last 1, awesome. Bring your feet down. Your hands come down in front of you. Reach down, get that long stretch. Whew, it's a taste of things to come. Go ahead and pull up and over. We're gonna switch on to abs. Everyone's favorite thing to hate. Go ahead and come fully onto your back. Bring those hands behind your head. We're just gonna start with something you're all familiar with, reaching up into a crunch. If you went through middle school PE, you know what a crunch is. You've been doing this for years, nay, decades. You know what to do. Crunch from that abdominal muscle. So you're pulling in like you're squeezing something in the center of your body. Keep pushing up for 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. We're gonna reach one leg forward and bicycle out to one side and hold, bicycle, hold, bicycle, hold, hold, and hold, and hold, and hold. We're gonna do 4, 3, 2, we're gonna pick up the pace for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold, hold. 3, 4, pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. This is the last time, hold, hold, hold. Pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring those legs together. Keep your body up high up off the ground. You're gonna bring one leg down, tap, other leg down, tap, 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 tap. Just moving side to side. Breathe in and out. You got 4, 3, 2, last 1. Bring both those legs up into a tabletop position. Reach your right foot out in front of you and pulse, 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 pulse. Pull your lower back down onto the ground. Breathe in and out. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg up. Pull your other leg down. Start pulsing. Again, staple that lower back onto the ground. You're doing so good. You have less than a minute left in ab work, and then we just stretch it out. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it up. We're going to move those legs down together as a single unit to touch down, pull up, touch, and up, touch, up. So you're still in this crunched up position. Breathe in and out as you pull down. We got 5, 4, 3. You've only got 20 seconds left. Last 1. Stay up high, and you're going to pulse, 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 pulse. So just pulsing at the top of your range. We're going to do these little pulses for your last 10 seconds to take you home, and then you can rest. Here we go. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it all the way down. Awesome work today, guys. Go ahead and let those legs drop down to one side. Reach your body over in the opposite direction. Take a nice long deep breath here. Getting that nice stretch in your abs. Go ahead and switch over to the other side and pull your body in the opposite direction from your legs. If you haven't already and you're feeling in a summery mood, turn on some music, get in the mood, light that coconut candle you've been saving, whatever it is that's floating your boat. All right, turn all the way around onto your stomach, and we're gonna lift up into a cobra pose, lifting our bodies up. Ooh, still stretching out those abs. As we enter into this 30-minute stretching session, try to calm your mind. This is the only place you need to be. You have nothing else to do, nowhere else to go. It can be hard sometimes when holding long poses to have the patience to just sit with your body. Sometimes it's really pleasurable, sometimes it's really painful, but to just sit still is often hard for us. We keep such busy lives. So use these 30 minutes to also practice calming down and staying still. Pull all the way back into child's pose. Let your head come down, rest on the ground, those hands forward out in front of you. Take your fingertips to the ground, reaching your tops of your hands up toward the sky, really stretching out that back in a different way. Breathe deeply. I'm going to start crawling forward a little bit, bringing those arms in front of us. Our knees are right underneath our hips. And lean down once again onto the floor. So like you're trying to drag those shoulders down to the earth. Rest in the stillness. Letting your body melt a little bit closer to the ground with each breath. Take your right arm and string it through and underneath that left arm. So you're looking up into the corner. Pull that arm back in. Replace it with your left, reaching through and underneath your right arm, stringing it through the eye of the needle and looking up into that corner. Press your left shoulder down toward the ground. And really reach that top arm forward in front of you. And start bringing that arm back to center and come back into that puppy pose. Arms forward, booty above your knees. And then sit back into your child's pose. We're going to come up onto our hands and knees, tucking those toes underneath in a neutral back position first, and then we're going to prop up into a downward dog. Go ahead and start paddling out those legs, those feet, those ankles. Give yourself some movement. Maybe you need some rolls in your hips, some circles, some movement back and forth. Feel out where that tightness is. If it's in your hip flexors, if you're feeling the tightness around your knees or in your thighs or in your hamstrings and your calves, wherever it is, start paying attention. See where that, wherever the tension is drawing your mind, the focus of your body, and try to let go of some of that tension. Make the movements to make that possible. Come back to a neutral position And start walking those hands in towards your feet. First, hang here, then grab those elbows and swing gently side to side. And then come to neutral. Take your hands down to the ground or toward the ground. If you're finding yourself just hovering over those toes, maybe you can grab your inside of your ankles. Maybe your hands are flat on the ground. Maybe they're just on your shins. Sit here for a moment, let gravity pull you down a little bit farther. One more deep breath here. Then start rolling up all the way to the top. Bring your head the last thing to come up. We're going to stand with our legs wide apart. Take a deep breath in and exhale. When you come down, bring those hands onto your hips. Ooh. We're going to lean forward into a flat back position, sending those hips back to the back of the room. Allow your whole back to be neutral. You're looking tenderly at the ground in front of you. You drop both hands down. And again, let gravity pull you down. Start walking those hands in a little bit. Maybe you're feeling some tension here. Maybe the tension is in your hamstrings. Maybe it's in your hip flexors. Try giving it a little bit of movement, a little bit of love to see what happens when you maybe shift your position a little bit. Bend those knees up and down a little bit. Going to be here one more big breath. And then we're going to start walking over to that right leg. So keep all toes still pointing forward straight as you curve down towards your right leg. And then point those toes on your right leg away from the front, while your left leg continues to have those toes pointed straight forward. So both feet are pointed in opposite directions. If they were to continue into perpetuity, they would cross paths with each other. Go ahead and lean down over this front forward right leg. Drop your elbow to your knee and reach up over your body, curving over it. Try opening up your chest here. So as if someone's pushing your back, the small part of your back and the back right between your shoulder blades. Reaching over. Breathe in and out. Go ahead and drop that arm down to the ground, that left arm, and face all toes pointed the same direction. Reach down over this long, this long back of your leg. Stretch on your front leg, hamstrings, and calves. All those little muscles that intricately weave together. Start again bending that leg, but this time into a long hip flexor stretch. So you can stay up here in a runner's lunge, or you can bring that back knee down. Wherever you're at, open up that chest. Keep your body nice and open. Sink a little deeper into that stretch though. Let that hip flexor really feel it. And then pull back, lifting those front toes up off the ground. Oh yeah. Leaning into this stretch. Again, moving back to stretch on the back side of your leg. So you have the option here to move into a more strenuous version of this stretch to move into a split stretch. That can be wherever you're at today, whatever your body is feeling, but moving so that you're prioritizing keeping your front legs straight and your hips squared. Remember, when doing this, each day you hit the ground, your body is different. By the hour, your body can be colder or warmer. And so don't compare your journey definitely to where anyone else is at. But even be gentle with yourself if you're feeling like you're not where you want to be, because our bodies are always changing. Breathe here. And if you opted to move into that split stretch, go ahead and come back into that hamstring stretch. One more deep breath here. We're going to curve all the way forward. So we're going to sort of move slowly into a pigeon pose here. So that front leg comes around so that it's on the ground and your back leg stays straight behind you. So here you can stay up nice and tall, or you can start moving down onto your forearms or even all the way out. This area is stretching your hip flexors, it's stretching your glutes and the back of your leg, on the side of your leg. This stretch can be a little bit intense. If you need to pull out of it, do what you need to do to feel really good in this stretch. A stretch like this can also benefit from something like a pillow or a yoga block to hold up your glute, to help keep those hips squared and deepen the stretch. Sit in the stillness. One more big breath here. And then start bringing your hands up. If you can, go ahead and try reaching back around to grab that foot behind you. This might be hard. This might not be where your body's at today. That's totally fine. If this is somewhere you want to get to, I would recommend practicing with something like a belt or a exercise band to help pull it closer little by little. We're gonna hold here just for one more big breath and then release. Go ahead and wiggle that foot out from underneath you. Bring your hands down to the ground, tuck those toes underneath your feet, and reach up again into a downward dog. Pedal it out and start walking those hands in toward your feet. You're here back in this center again. See if maybe you're a little farther now than you were at the beginning of this exercise at reaching toward the ground. Your body's a little warmer. You've already been stretching out these muscles. Maybe you're in exactly the same place. Maybe your hands are on your shins, or maybe you can go move down a little bit further, touch your whole hand on the ground. Start walking in between your feet. And then start rolling up little by little. Again, all the way up. Come back to center. We're going to take those legs far apart again. Take a big breath in. And exhale, bringing those hands to your hips. We're going to come once again into a flat back position, sending those hips back to the back of the room. Our whole back, neck, shoulders, everything's neutral. Bring those hands down again to the ground. And let gravity do the work of pulling you down here once again. Maybe you're feeling warmer this time. Maybe you can go a little bit further than you could the first time around. One more big breath here. And then we're going to reach over toward that left leg. So keeping all toes still continuing to point in the same direction, forward. Oh yeah. Get that long stretch in the side of your leg. And then we're gonna, this left toes, we're gonna point them in the sideways while our right leg is gonna continue to have the toes pointed in the same direction. You're gonna lean down over this left leg, slightly bend your right leg so that there's not a full locked leg position there. Bring your knee and elbow together and reach up over your body. Open up that chest again as if someone's pushing you ever so slightly, that area right between your shoulder blades. And breathe. One more big breath here. And bring that hand down to the ground. You're gonna face all toes in the same direction and first straighten both those legs. So you're leaning down over this front leg. Getting a stretch all through your hamstring and calf. And go ahead and come now into a long hip flexor stretch. So you can stay up here in a runner's lunge, or you can drop that leg down, that knee down, and shift forward here. Keep those hips squared and your chest open and tall. Take some long, deep breaths here. One more big breath. And then pull back over that right leg, lifting those front toes up off the ground, bending over this forward leg, getting that stretch all along the back of your hamstring and calf. Again, like before, if you want to move into your own version of the split stretch here, by moving your legs further apart, prioritize keeping that front leg straight and your hips squared. If you opted to move into that split stretch, go ahead and move back into a regular hamstring stretch. One more big breath here. And exhale, come forward. We're going to go ahead and move into that pigeon pose again on this side. So whatever way fluidly most works for you. Come down so that your back leg is behind you. Your front leg is bent. You can be up here nice and tall. You can start wandering down toward the ground. You can come with your forearms down. You can meet your head to the ground. You can sprawl all the way out, your hands reached far out in front of you. Again, sitting in the stillness. Let your breath fill you up as you inhale, and as you exhale, melt a little more into this position. Just a couple more big breaths here. Your body is craving movement. Give yourself a little bit of a wiggle, maybe readjust a little bit. Try curling and straightening your toes. One more big breath here. And then start walking it back up to the top, sitting nice and tall. And then bring that leg around and try grabbing it. Again, this isn't for everybody. This move is kind of hard. Reaching around and grabbing that leg can be a goal point. If so, again, you can always practice with a couple other items. Otherwise, pull it in a little closer, getting that stretch in your hip flexor. One more big breath here and release it. We're gonna stay here on the ground. We're gonna bring our legs forward in front of us. We're gonna start by bringing those feet together. Hands come onto those, right around those feet, and start leaning down. So bring your elbows to your knees. Push them down ever so lightly. So don't aggressively force them into the ground. Just a little bit of pressure. And lean forward. Try alternating between a few different things. So you can curl from your head down, so really getting that arch in your back, that stretch in your back. Or you can try from your hips down, trying to straighten up your back, leaning down from those hips. Try those couple different moves, vary it up, see how they just feel for you differently. And finally, come back to center. And bring our hands onto our knees and keeping those feet out in front of us. We're going to go ahead and rotate our head toward the right hand side. And then we're going to go ahead and move toward the left. Take some deep breaths here. We're going to go ahead and keep those legs forward in front of you. And you're going to lean back onto the ground. So your whole body comes back and your legs sprawl out to the side. So this is one where you can do a couple adjustments. If you bring those legs in, those feet in closer to your pelvis, you're going to get more of a stretch on your inner thighs. If you release them farther out away from you, that stretch is going to move more into your hip flexors. So this one, think through your body right now. Think about where your body is at. Is your lower back arching up? Maybe try settling that lower back into the ground. Are you still holding on to tension in your hip flexors, trying to keep those hips up rather than just letting them go? Try to let that, whatever you're holding on to, let it go. Maybe you're feeling it more in your glutes or in your hamstrings. Wherever you're still holding on to those muscles. Try to let it go and sink into this stretch. One more big breath here. Bring those legs up to a V position. We're going to walk those legs in toward our body. Take that right leg, straighten it out, and then wrap your hand around your thigh, pulling it in towards your chest. So if this is intense for you, you can keep your leg bent and pull that leg in towards your chest, or you can keep it straight and reach it out farther in front of you. Otherwise, try to bring that leg and keep it straight and bring it closer to your chest. Try straightening out that toe and flexing that foot. Straighten it and flex. Straighten and flex. And come back to neutral, bringing your foot into wherever it happens to fall, and bring that leg a little closer to your chest. Maybe try walking those arms up farther on your leg and pulling that leg in a little closer. Release. Let this leg start coming down until it touches all the way to the ground. Go ahead and pull that leg back into your V. Switch with the other leg, so straighten that up. Wrap your hands around that thigh and pull that leg in towards your chest. Again, if you want to keep that leg bent, it can be hard to keep that whole leg straight, or you can just lift less high and keep that leg straight and then practice gradually coming up farther. So here we're going to, again, straighten that foot out and flex. Straighten and flex. Just alternating between straightening and flexing. Keep breathing through this nice, deep, long breaths. And finally, bring it back to a neutral position. And try pulling that leg in a little closer. Maybe try walking those hands up a little farther on that leg. Another deep breath here. And release. We're going to go ahead and bring both of those feet in toward our chest, our knees in toward our chest. Bring those legs up and open into happy baby. Pulling those legs in towards your body. And rolling a little bit side to side. Pull those legs in a little farther. One more big breath here. And release. We're going to let those legs come down forward in front of us. Start walking those feet all the way out. Hands are going to rest at your sides. And we're going to scan through our body. This is where we're going to end today. But we're going to take some time to settle into this moment. Working through our whole body and calming down. Paying attention to any tension we're still holding on to. Notice how your head feels. Anywhere you're still holding tension, maybe your forehead, your eyes, your eyebrows, your chin, your jaw, your teeth, your lips, your tongue. If there's anywhere you're still holding on to tension, try to let it go. Notice how your body feels, where it connects to the ground, where your head meets the floor mat beneath you, the areas your head doesn't meet the floor mat beneath you. Work down through your neck and your shoulders. If there's any tension you're holding there, try to let it go. Let those arms melt into the ground. As we work down the rest of your upper arm, your elbow, your lower arm, and your hand and fingers. Relax anything you're still holding. Move down the back, where so many of us store tension throughout the day, into our glutes and hips and pelvis. that can be strained from sitting all day. Let go of anything you're still holding there. And down through your knees, your calves, all the way to your feet. Breathe in and out. One more big breath. And this is where we're going to end today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. If you're in your peaceful place and don't want to, leave, that's fine too. Just keep chilling. But if you haven't signed up for the Summer Confidence Challenge, it is not too late. Sign up now. I'd love to have you there. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Find me on Instagram. All this is more fun when we're doing it together. I love you guys. Thank you for coming and working out with me this week. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy summer, and I will see you again next week. Bye.